Hey everybody, it's your Stacey Ray, and I'm back again for day 24 of Shining Our Light for 25 days of December. So we actually have one more day left. Hey, welcome. Thank you for tuning in. I want to talk about today about shining our light concerning breaking cycles. There's so many times if you think about going to the new year, breaking cycles are terribly horrible. We try to come up with resolutions, but we never make that honest connection. And through the fact of not making that honest connection, we never begin to attain those resolutions that we try to put out. So, what you want to do is, hey, Brie Carol, blessings to you. Thank you for tuning in. What we have to do is we've got to come back to the natural, come back to nature, okay? So when I mean come back to nature, what we must do is we've got to get back down to the basic things, the basic needs. We got to be outside. We need to start, taking time to write, taking time to just sit out there in the weather and just enjoy the atmosphere. When life gets a little bit hectic, when everything looks like it's going awry, we have got to get to a point to where we're saying, whoa, we got to put the blocks on. We got to stop for a second, and we've got to go back and start rebuilding naturally. Okay. The second thing is to focus on the moment. So many times we go through life because life is so busy, so many people, so many different distractions. We have to get to the point to where we are actually creating the life that we desire. But we got to understand we have control over that. I want you to understand that you have control over your life, regardless of what you may think. You have control. Hey, Bree came back in again. I don't know what's going on. Maybe it's just a connection, but I hope you can hear me well. But I just see people bouncing in and bouncing out, and they're trying to reconnect. So if there's a problem or anything, just let me know so that I can see what it is that I can do on my end. And then the other thing is to make it meaningful. So as you begin to just live in the moment, make it meaningful. Focus on something small. Focus on if you want to go even more thin, focus on your breath, how it goes up and down. Be thankful for that. Focus on the way that your eyes blink. Some people can't do these things. Be thankful about how your body moves and what it is that you can do, your abilities. And when you're there washing dishes or whatever, just be conscious about scrubbing and how it feels, and you're in the moment and you're enjoying yourself. Like we ended up going to it was called Christmas in the Park, and I was there and I caught myself recording everything and taking pictures. But I got to the point to where I was like, no, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to enjoy my time while I'm here. I don't want to live my life recording everything and never being in it. So what I did was I put myself in it by taking pictures, making videos, doing the kind of things like that, so that it can only be not only a memory, but it could be an experience as well. The third thing is to focus on the big picture. A lot of times we forget to we're so focused on the small itty bitty things that we forget to look about the whole future that is ahead of us with this whole big grand scheme of things. For instance, let me see. So you may want to get married, right? You may want to get married. But then what happens is you focus on dating, okay? But every time you date somebody, you pick them to pieces. To shreds. It's something always wrong with them. Something never clicks. You're always having a difficult time, and you're never happy. Well, how do you think you're going to get to that married state of having the house that you desire and all of this stuff? How are you going to get married if you're just steady picking people to pieces? It's not about being in the moment and enjoying the small things, but it's about looking at the small things and criticizing them. So we got to get to the point to where we come back and realize, hey, nobody's perfect. Nobody's perfect. And we desire to live a life and enjoy our life. Hey, welcome. Thank you for tuning in. We just want to live our life and live it, pleasing, of course, to the Father, but also we want to live our life to where it is meaningful for us. A lot of times I see people living their life for other people, hoping that those other people will pat them on the back, but it doesn't happen. And then they fall into depression. They fall into, oppression. They start to get lonely and they feel like they're not important. But the whole fact is, we've got to understand that we have this life to live and it's for a reason. All right. The fourth and last thing is to laugh. I want you to enjoy, laugh, be playful. Take your mask off. If you've been hiding who you truly are, I want you to take that mask off. It is okay to be great. It is okay to be unique. It is okay to have, to be free spirited, to have an opinion, to know who you are, to be confident. It is okay. And I just want you to know that. And before we leave, I want you to know there are 3 affirmations that we're going to focus on before we go into our prayer. So the affirmations is, I am needed. So when you're thinking about your situation, you're thinking about breaking these habits. You got to understand that these habits or these bad cycles are keeping you from developing or beginning to activate who you truly are and where you need to be in life. Okay. Somebody's waiting on you. I don't know if you know that, but somebody is waiting on you, and it requires you to do due diligence in what you need to do so that you can go out and reach and help those people. Okay. So the second one is, I deserve happiness. A lot of times when we are, in those bad cycles, a lot of times we're unhappy, and we got to get to the point to where we start to put ourselves first, not to be selfish, but to put yourself first for self-love, self-awareness, because how can you pour into somebody else when you're empty? All right. How can you service or be of good help to anybody else if, you're torn and you're broken up? And the last one is, I say no to doubt and yes to life. So I want you to take that one in really deeply. I want you to enjoy that one because it's really, really fundamental as far as going forward in your life, realizing that your cycles are not helping you. You've got to get to a point to where you're looking at your cycle. Is it helping me? No. Well, okay, let's do something about it. Stop sitting there being the one to complain about your cycles, why stuff isn't working, and then never take the move. Okay, but I love you all. I will be back on later tomorrow for day 25. Once again, for many of y'all who don't know who I am, my name is Stacey Ray, and I'm shining light on thought-provoking topics that we need to get social about. And on today, we tackled the topic of breaking negative cycles. So the first one is we're going to return back to nature. That means return back to natural sources, enjoying outside, enjoying just the simple things of life. Okay. And the second one is we're going to focus on the moment. Not only are we going to get back to nature, but we're going to be mindful. We're going to be in the moment, in the here and now, enjoying everything that we see, everything we experience, everything we smell, everything. I was kind of sad a little bit about Christmas. I was sad that it was starting to end because I really ended up really truly liking it. And I was just like, just the beauty, the different little items that they had, especially like the Starbucks, they have the holiday blend coffee. I ended up getting 2 bags, but I should have got like 4 or 5 bags because those things were so good. But just like little stuff here and there, even eggnog, Southern Comfort eggnog was gone. And I was just like, we went to all kind of stores trying to get it and it was not there. All right. And so I hope y'all have a great one and I will talk to y'all later.